everyone, welcome to class. It's Saturday and we are meeting at, let's see, this is 6 o'clock. All right, so this is our twice a week class meeting every Saturday at 6. I'm Meleah from Meleah.com and I'm very happy that you're all here. So those of you that have come before, you know to check in and say hello and let us know what's going on, and when everybody arrives, we'll get ourselves warmed up and started. We are looking at some arm combinations tonight, so I think that will be quite fun, and I'll show you some hand patterns, and oh, look who's here.
Hi,
Nikki's here. Yep, Nikki
I'm going to
joining us.
check on things back behind the scenes
Yes.
while you talk about what's happening today.
Yes, we have our little system down now. This makes Saturday night so much fun. You know, I love being here on Saturday night. What is this thing in the corner? What's that? That little person, is that on my Facebook page?
No, that's just somebody gave you a thumbs up.
Oh, how cool! Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I love
just
that.
one of the comments.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one before. That's pretty neat.
Let's see who it was. I'll tell you.
All right.
Kara by Night.
Oh, yay! Kara by Night is wonderful. She's been so nice. Thank you to post my classes on that site. So that was lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's move a little bit, get our arms kind of going, and then we'll do some combinations and see what we can come up with tonight.
Oh, whose music are we using?
Oh yeah. All right, we're going to do Frank's music. Frank Lazaro, Middle-Earth, Lavender CD. I love this CD. It's really beautiful. So it's got some great tunes, and it's perfect for what we want to do. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Susan and Sarah.
Sarah's here. Which Sarah?
Sarah Cox.
Sarah Cox. Yay. Good. All right, so let's move together, and then we'll see what else happens. All right, so hopefully you're warmed up a bit, but we're going to get just moving a little more in the arm direction because we want these arms fluid.
And also let us know with the thumbs up and hearts that you can hear everything okay and that the music is loud enough, because we need to hear from you about that.
I've got it set at the volume you all liked the best last time, so I'm hoping that it's still good. Forward and back, diagonal. Nice opening in the shoulder, and big circles with the arms. Big circles. And reverse. And then forward. Alternate arms. Left and right. And reverse. Good. Hands clasped, press forward, bring them up above your head. Now lay your shoulders down. Raise your chest, lift your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Just use that shoulder blade. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh yeah. Warmth is happening there. Woo! Yay! Release. Clasp behind your back and lift. And up and up and up. And release. Take the left arm behind your head, pull it over with your right. Reach down to the middle of your spine. open, arms to get a little looser so they can move. Release. Oh, yeah. I've been in the garden a lot of today. Lots of weeding happened, so I definitely feel this one. Just a little bit of rolling forward and rolling back. There we go. All right. And then just a little shimmy because we have to wake up all of our body. Little shimmy. Relax those knees. Push them back. Legs are basically straight. Moving your knees back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you're here. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just realize you can't really see my legs.
That's okay, people can see mine.
Yeah, they can see yours.
You can see my legs. You have a second set to work.
Yes. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Take the arms in a circle. Nice, graceful circle. Try to lead with your wrists. So draw the wrists up and together. Flip the arms, draw the wrists down and out and up and together. Flip and down and around and out. And reverse. Wrists come in, up, open, and down. Right out here. Flip your hand and press the wrist down. Flip it again. Up and over. Flip the hand, press down, lead with the wrist. And flip. One more. Flip and down. Oh, that's shimmy. Yeah, might be time for another shimmy class soon. Yeah, love those shimmies. All right, let's look at some circle patterns with the arms.
I'm gonna check the comments real quick.
Okay. Tell me when Henry is here. So, actually, pausing. All right, we did this before in a previous arm class, but we're going to look at a foot pattern with this particular move. Vertical circles with the arms. So they come out and up and circle behind the head, and then you press with the palm. So they come in and press out. As you come up and in, lead with the back. Pull your hand up and in. Draw it down as far as you can. Now reverse, now push like you're trying to push through the side wall. So draw it up and lift behind the head and push out. Other hand, up, in, and push out. Up, in and down behind the head and push out. And then if you remember, we did both and we put one arm in front and one arm behind the head. So just pick an arm, either one, we're going to switch it up. One arm in front, one arm in back. Up and circle. And then now switch it. Feels weird, huh? One of them works and then one of them you kind of hit yourself in the head. But oh gosh, that's not my good side. But that's okay. There. All right, so what we're going to do is combine this with the pas de bourrée footwork. So I'm going to get back here. Let's see, my feet showing?
I think so,
You see
yes.
my feetsies?
Yes.
Okay, see if I'm at the right spot.
I have to wait for a bit.
Okay.
But I can look while you keep going.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good? Okay. Pas de bourrée is a ballet, jazz, regular dance move, but it also makes its way into belly dance and all kinds of dances. It's a little bit on the tricky side, but if you know it and you'll know it forever. If you're just learning it, you have to not think too much because it's not a supernatural move, but it looks super cool. So it's backside step. I'm just going to do a couple of them. You've seen it, more jazzy probably, but it's reverse to what your intuitive mind wants to do. It doesn't like, it has a trouble, right? We always want to start our foot in front. This one requires you to start your foot behind. So there's 3 steps and there's 2 counts. So it counts 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, and 8. And there's if you can get this little swooping motion behind you, that will help you. You're going to swoop that foot behind you, 1 and 2, swoop, 3 and 4, swoop, 5 and 6, swoop, 7 and 8. So in my little mind, I'm kind of doing almost a back figure 8 with my foot, and that helps me remember to go to the back. Otherwise, the silly foot just really wants to cross in front. So the first step is cross behind. Second is, which is the and, is stepping out to the side. And you're going to shift your weight really quick on and off that foot. Your third step is back in place. So there's cross, touch, step. Cross, touch, step. And if you remember from a couple of classes ago, a few classes ago, if you remember what a ball change is, you step on the ball of your foot and you change your weight, ball change, ball change. That's really what it is. Cross back, ball change. Cross back, ball change. Cross back, ball change. Cross back, ball change. The main trick, remember to cross back. The second main trick, your and, the ball change, your foot needs to be out to the side, right? So you can ball change. So watch the way the rhythm goes. 1 and 2. See how the foot every time out. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, backside front, backside front, backside front, back ball change, back ball change, back ball change. So step back, step out, then back in place. When you cross behind, and then you ball change right in that same spot, right? You don't step and go over here, right? Or step and then go over there. You don't change. So let's say we've got our right foot crossing back. Our left foot is going to ball change back onto our right. The right foot is in the same spot. Keep it there. So cross back, ball change, same spot. Back, ball change, same spot. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, so this step gets taught quite a bit. So we'll get you, some of you may be just learning it now. Some of you are like, oh, this thing, let me get it again. And some of you, oh yes, I do this all the time. So it's one of those things, once you remember it, you won't ever forget it. But remembering the darn thing is a little tricky. So do you notice anything familiar with this move, right? Look at the hand, it's going behind my back. What if we took that foot and stepped behind the same as the hand, and then we ball change. And then we put the other hand back, ball change. So this is an arm pattern with a step ball change. And it's a very cool looking step. So we call this one, like I said, pas de bourrée. It's a French term. You can just write PDB,
Yep.
right? PDB.
Because who knows how to
That's
spell
all.
it?
Yeah, we don't do too many of the French terms, but I mean, we use chasse, we use pas de bourrée, there's another one,
Rondejambe.
yeah, but
Releve.
releve, right, plié. Yeah, so actually, I guess we do more than I thought. So
I
yes,
just don't know how to spell any of it.
Yeah,
That's
no.
really what it is.
dance is universal. Some of these dance terms are universal. So take your right foot, cross it behind. Take your right arm, cross it behind. There's your step. There's your ball. There's your change. Now do it with the left. Left, ball, change. Cross back, ball, change. Cross back, ball, change. Cross back, ball, change. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. The trouble I see is typically, first of all, crossing back, that's the main one, and then the foot doesn't go out far enough. A lot of people go step in place, or step and step it out.
Yeah, we say
they go cross, step, they do it
Right.
backwards.
that
right?
on the spot thing is very
Yeah.
key
Yeah.
to being able to handle it as well.
Keep yourself in the same spot. Where you cross is where you land. Same, the foot really, you just see if you just keep your eye on my right foot, here it is, here, and then my ball, and then my change. You can see the right foot just crossed and then stepped again, right in the same place. If you can get that, the step will happen, right? And you want to be sure that you step out to the side. Back, out to the side. All right, so let's put a little music and try that.
Whoa.
we'll see what happens.
Andrea just joined us.
Oh,
too.
good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross ball change, step back, ball change, back ball change, back ball change. Here come the arms. Right, left, right, left, right. I'm trying to exaggerate my steps. When you dance, you want to make it much less obvious.
Not so much like an elephant.
Yeah, I'm not stomping. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Yeah? All right.
Give us a thumbs up or
Yeah.
something. Let us know.
Okay. Let me show you what Andrea brought me today.
Chocolate.
So sweet. She dropped it off.
Ta-da!
You want the close-up? Look how pretty this is. You can't see me, but I'm smiling. Isn't it beautiful? So they don't really, I don't know if they have names, but I call this one the Cosmic Sky, and because it looks,
I believe
yeah,
it.
and it's fuchsia, purple, blue, white, and you may not be able to tell, but there's little sparklies. So Andrea makes these, and she brought mine over tonight. This afternoon, while I was working in the yard, she popped out of her car. So I think they're really cute. I mean, we might as well look good, right? While we're stuck. So, and it's super comfortable. There's a little wire in the top, right? And you can put, there's a kind of flannel lining, super cozy. And I really like it. It's quite comfortable. And what I like better, you know, the disposables, they kind of gap right here. Look.
Ooh.
Yeah, see? It's flat. It stays. There's little gathers, and it just lays right against my face. So, and it's way more comfortable than those paper ones. So, I'll be sporting this for the next few days. So, Andrea just signed on, and Andrea, if you want to put up your information, your Venmo, how they can order, they're $10, and I think it's just a great deal. Yeah, all made by hand in love. So, okay. And look, it goes with our CD, and how did that even happen?
It was a divine inspiration all around.
Yeah.
Super fantastic. I'm gonna just check
All right.
and see if everything's looking good for everybody.
All right, moving on. Let's look at some arm waves. All right, we played with waving the arms, and we did, if you remember, we did finger and hand ripples. It was so beautiful. We looked at that technique. We're going to look at now the pattern of the arm, where we move the wave of the arm out to in and in to out. So because you can roll from your fingers up to your shoulder, and from your shoulder out to your fingers. So it's a pretty cool little thing. I'm going to get a little closer, right? Yeah. All right. So just a quick review. I'm going to stand just here, Nikki. I don't want to.
No, you're fine.
I want you to see this hand. All right. So just a quick review. Remember, you start with, well, you can start either end. We're going to start at the shoulder. So you start at one end and you move by joint. So you have your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, and then you have the middle knuckle of your hand, the center set of knuckles, and then you have the middle knuckles of your fingers. If you remember, this was that little cat paw.
That's right.
It's so funny. You make your hand into a cat paw. So you're here. Now just bend those middle knuckles. It's tricky. Bend the middle knuckles, leaving your hand straight. You end up with a straight hand, and then just the fingertips bend over. All right, so that's the one. I think that's the hardest one. And then press your fingers straight. Now just make a little upside down V with your hands. That's the other set of knuckles, and then it moves to the wrist, and then the elbow, and then the shoulder. All right, so let's look at waving both arms together from in to out. So shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle. Again, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, and float. So you can be knuckle, knuckle, and just boom, boom, boom. You can do it articulated, or today we're sticking with smooth. So 1, 2, 3. Just let it wave, boom, right through the end of your fingertips. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, wave through the fingertips. And the ending motion, I feel, when you roll through that cat paw position, you push. I do anyway. Is that what you do? So I wave and then push. So you have that energy, you have that extension, because you can just get stuck in the paw.
Out, yeah.
And then that doesn't quite look so good. So wave and roll and press out the energy out your fingertips. All right, so up we go. And again, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, and wave. So you have options. I'm including the shoulder, right, this time. You don't have to. If you're just doing the arm wave, a lot of times you drop your shoulder and you just start with the elbow. Elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle. And one important thing also, when you draw your hand up, remember when we talked about arching the hand and pushing through that middle of your hand? As you're coming up, push through the middle of your hand. You see the angle right there? What that does when you push, it keeps you from doing this tractor move, right? Because otherwise you're going to scoop, you're going to scoop dirt out from under your armpit and then drop it somewhere. It just will happen. You can't, it's just the fingers lift. But if you push, they won't. So straighten your hand and arch the middle of your hand, and that gets you ready because you're going to arch it on the way up, and then when you get to the knuckle part, you're going to go knuckle, knuckle. So it goes arch, knuckle, knuckle, arch, knuckle, knuckle, arch, knuckle, knuckle. Very cool move, right? So here we go. Without the shoulders, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, wave. Now when you come down, elbow, wrist. Don't worry the knuckles on the way down, they don't go that way. Just let your hand flow. Yeah, I don't even want to see it. Whoa! So elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, wave, and then elbow, wrist, hand. Up and down. And then alternate up and up. Press through the hand, no tractors. Press. All right, so now let's look, that's in to out. Now let's look at out to in, all right? So what you do is you start, instead of ending with the little cat knuckle, you start with that one, then the middle knuckle, then the wrist, then the elbow, then the shoulder. So it goes in, 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 in. And this, you get to cheat a little bit. When you're doing this move, do you see how I'm, like when I go out, I'm rolling out, but when I come in, you're allowed to do a little scoop-de-doo. It just, it kind of helps. You make that cat paw and then scoop, and then you can make it happen. There you go. So, in to out, out to in to out, out to in. And then you've probably seen this move, a lot of dancers do it, but you go all the way across, right? So, well, isn't it some kind of a football cheer wave thing where people, yeah, it's a wave.
You're doing the wave.
It's a wave.
But it's the wave along your body.
It's a wave instead of several people, it's the wave just through you. It's all you. So just go out to in to out on the other side. Out to in to out on the other side. Da, 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 da. It's really fun, actually. And I think most people are better with the in to out. The out to in is kind of, but you'll get, yeah, you get better at it. You just play with it and you get better at it. So just try it a little bit. So out, in, da, 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 da. Over and across. So on this one, you do want to use your shoulders because see how if this one's up here and then this one's up and it rolls out. So you do want to go up, boop, 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 through the shoulder line. All right, so combination, or the pattern we're gonna do is we're gonna use both arms together, out to in to out, and we're gonna put it with a body wave. So we're gonna take that body wave and extend it up, and it's gonna open up and go through our arms. So we're going to start with down to up. So let's just warm up our abs a little bit. So let's start with up to down. Just, oh, there's my back. Oh dear. Oh. So rolling. Yeah, a little tight. But my yard looks fantastic. I'm
Totally worth it.
mildly crippled, but the yard is gorgeous. All right, up to down. Now down to up. 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 I feel like I'm barely doing. I hope you can see it. I'm just like,
That's good here.
yeah, so wow. Okay,
It's
it's all right. We'll deal. All right, down to up. Raise your shoulders, elbows, roll out. It's very cool. So down to up here. So wave, up, 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 up. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, knuckle, knuckle. Yeah, knuckle, knuckle. Wave up. Look how cool that
That's
looks.
super
Isn't
cool.
that neat? Yeah.
So your shoulders follow after you, like once your
Yeah,
chest is
yeah.
up.
Once you do rib, then you do shoulders. So you go wave, 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 up and out. And you can bring it up here, but I was just looking on the screen. I think it's better if your arms are already up there. Because when they go up and you go up, you kind of miss the shoulder lift, and then they have to go out really fast. So I'm going to say, let's start in second, right? If you're doing something, maybe we're going pas de bourrée. Who knows what we're doing? And then whoop, whoop, and wave. Oh, that was so pretty.
Yay.
That was neat. I love that. All right, let's try that again. I kind of like what we were doing, so let's just do that. Let's do 4 of these. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. All right, so what does it look like the other way? You're asking me. I know you're asking me. So from out to in, you would wave down. Right?
Hey,
Pretty cool.
That is
So,
very cool.
it's very cool. So knuckle, knuckle, wrist. Wait, I started too high. Don't start up here like I just did. That's a big mistake. All right, knuckle, knuckle, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, stomach, hip, and down you go. So out, in, woo. Now, one thing you need to do here is when you come up here and you lift your shoulder and you go down, roll your shoulder back, right? Don't just lift it and then roll down. Go in, lift, roll it. So do a shoulder circle. Okay, so here, shoulder circle. See how much better that looks. So you roll that shoulder back, and as it comes back and down, you're rolling down the rest of your body. So knuckle, knuckle, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and down.
I totally messed that one up. Don't watch me right now.
So,
Sorry.
it's okay. Here we go. 1, 2, whoop, I messed that one up. All right, we'll try this again. Da, 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 da. Like I said, don't think too much.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It'll totally screw you up.
I was thinking too.
Yeah, I was thinking, trying to make it all perfect, and never mind. All right, so let's try down to up, rolling out, and then rolling in, up to down. So down, up, shoulder, and out, and then in. Oh, that was neat. Let's do that again. That was
Right.
very cool. I like
good.
this. So here we go. Up, and up, and out. Roll down. One more. Up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckle, 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 wrist, elbow, shoulder. This is hard to say. And roll down. All right. Got it?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check and see,
See if there's
everybody's
questions.
happy.
See if there's questions.
I think
All right.
we're good. No questions
Okay.
yet.
All right, good. All right, so we've got our vertical circles, we have with our pas de bourrée, and we've got our arm waves with our body undulations. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Horizontal arms around head. You know when you write notes, you read them again, and you're like, what?
What was that?
Oh, I know. Okay, I got it. Okay, you'll like this one. All right, start your hands, put them parallel. Either direction, we'll go both ways. Start circling your hands. Just, it doesn't matter what it looks like. This is just to show your brain. Basically, this is a brain teaser. All right, so here we go. Now, one of your arms passes at your forehead, starts from front to back. As you come around, the other hand goes from back to front. So I want you to notice this. So here we have a circle. Now make it a little lower so you feel that one arm going from front to back and then the second arm going from back to front. Front to back, back to front. And you know what's going to happen. So just keep going. Notice how my arms are getting lower. So now I want you to keep doing that same circle, but I want you to do them parallel to the floor. And look what happens. Front to back, back to front. Front to back, back to front. The trick is, we're going to go back up again. This is just for your brain. See? It's a consistent circle. You want to make sure that you are circling, circling. Both hands go around your head at the same time, and they just go over your head at alternating times. So when I say one goes front to back, one goes back to front, it's sometimes that really, it's like, you think you need to go two different directions. You're going the same direction, it's just when, right? Because a circle has a front and a back. So when your arm hits the front of the circle, it circles over your head. When the other arm hits the back of the circle, it circles over your head. And they both end up doing the same thing. All right? So if you want to get with me, go this way, clockwise. Take your arms, start here again. Now work them down. Lengthen your fingers. Do that push thing through the middle of your hand. Now open up the time. Do you see how I'm not having them so together? I'm having 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Yes, they're still going the same direction, but I'm lengthening the space between the circle. All right, hopefully this makes sense. So let's try it from here now. You're making a clockwise circle. So your left hand, front to back, your right hand, back to front. Front to back, back to front. Front to back, back to front, and so on and so on. There. Ta-da! It's a pretty one.
That's a beautiful one.
We do get to do the other side.
I was gonna say, we're gonna do the other side.
We are going to do the other side. So that was clockwise. We're going to go counterclockwise now. To the left. So we start parallel. All right, now find that arm that goes front and back, front and back, front to back, back to front to back, back to front. Now see how my body's kind of moving like this? So let's stop that. There. Looking better. So have your home position be second. Front to back, back to front to back, back to front. So you have this nice circular motion, right? And you can maybe imagine what could happen since we're taking our arms in a circle. We take ourselves in a circle, and it accents what we're doing, all right? So 3-step turn. I'm gonna get over here. Gonna travel to my left, step left, half turn, step right, half turn, step left. That was 3 steps. All right? Left, then half turn right, half turn left. Where you put your feet is your comfort and the space that you have right now. What I recommend is you keep them fairly neat and tidy and don't do a really big one. It affects the line of your hips, and it also takes up a lot of space and a lot of time. So 3-step turns are typically 1, 2, 3, 4. Something happens on 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. Something is going to happen on 4. So you do that 3-step turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take it to the right. So you step right, half turn left, half turn right, and hold for 4. So let's just do a couple of these. Left, 2, 3, 4, right, 2, 3, 2 more, left, 2, 3, and right, 2, 3. So, can you sort of feel where the arms are you thinking about what's gonna happen with the arms? So, the easiest way is to do the front one first. Front to back, back to front. Front to back, so we're gonna try now, just one time, but both directions. So, one way, I'll start with that second hand. So you have to get comfortable with going both ways. Okay? If we are turning to our left, we take the right hand and see how the body and the hand, they go the same way, right? So you want to make sure your hands are going the same way that your body goes. So we go front to back, back to front on a 3-step turn. Okay? Left foot out, right arm, front to back, right foot, left arm, back to front. Hopefully that made sense. It's a little, it gets a little confusing, but it's not too bad. All right, let's try now to the right. So it's going to be our left arm going front to back as we step on our right foot. Left arm front to back, right arm back to front. So you're just doing a turn and doing this circle, right? It all goes together. Don't overthink it. All right, let's try. Let's try.
Music.
Yes.
We have Melissa C. Is
Oh, Melissa! Hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. All right, let's see. All right, let's try it. To the left. And 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3, and touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Front to back, back to front. Front to back, back to front. Nice. So, our little combo. We trying to stop the music.
I thought that was fine. I was like, that's exactly what
not
you're
what we're
supposed to
supposed
do. That's where it's supposed to be. Multi-directional we have to be. Multi-directional, multi-picture.
We are going to turn, 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 lift, and wave down.
What?
That's our little combo. So, to the left, right arm, front to back, back to front, close your arms, open, lift your ribs, body wave down. Quite pretty, quite pretty.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's see. 1, 2, oh. Yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking. All right. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
2 body waves.
Okay.
2 body waves. All right. They're gonna look much better. All right. So it's right arm, left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now repeat. Other side. You're gonna take your right foot, and your left hand is gonna go front to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're just on this nice angle, ribs high, tucking that diaphragm. Wave 1, wave 2. All right, let's give it a go.
All right.
Music.
Yes, music makes everything so much fun.
It does.
Well, for me anyway.
Yeah, me too. So we'll travel left, arms in second, chest high. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way. 6, 7, 8. Left hand, right hand. Good. So now, if you are a little more intermediate to advance, you can add a little shimmy. How is this going to work or not? We'll find out. So when you get to this part here, add an unweighted leg shimmy on the back hip, the back leg. So my weight is on my right, my back leg I'm bending and straightening just that foot and getting that hip to shimmy with the body weight. So you can add this kind of
Just one
yeah. Yeah. So let's try that. Yeah? If you want to, just add a little shimmy or not. It's all good. It's gonna work.
I think this is a slow one in general.
You try to see. Oh, I think it goes like that. All right, we'll do it half time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, shimmy. 5, 6, 7, 8, and left arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Last one. All right. Great. Great. This one. Yeah, that's very pretty. It's a really nice combo. All right, so type in any questions that you have, or we can zoom in.
Or if you're good.
Yeah, if you're good.
Thumbs
Or
up
not.
or hearts.
Feel free to ask me about Zoom. I'm wanting to get better at it, so I'm doing pretty good, but a little more practice would be helpful. So if anybody wants some private tutorial, we can. It's going to take about maybe 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm around most days. Pretty much here all day. So yeah, let me know. I would love to do that. All right, let's look at one more. 3-step turn. Oh, let's do that one that we just learned. The arms.
All right.
That one. That's a pretty combination.
All right.
All right. So
I think we have a question. You
Oh,
can
do we?
start with one.
Okay. So here we are.
Just Andrea said she'll do a Zoom with you.
Oh, good. Okay. Good. All right. So put your arms all the way over to the right side. Now just mirror them. Make them do the same thing. All the way over to the left. All the way to the right. All the way to the left. Now you're over at your landing spot. Pull the bent arm in. And then aim down a little bit. Take the straight arm across. Now wind them around each other and open. What?
Don't smack yourself in
Don't
the face.
think. Don't think. Yeah, don't hit yourself in the face.
Yes.
So here you are here.
I speak from experience.
Around. Pull in and down. So it's like a bow and arrow. Bow and arrow dive slightly. While this is diving down, the other one is coming in. And you can see the arms are crossed. If I keep crossing, we're going to end up with eagle pose for yoga, right? And that's not where we're headed. So there's really only one way. You'll know, oh, that's not going to work at all. Just go the way that you can, right? Just unwind. So from one side over to the other side, pull down, across, unwind, and open. It's a lovely, lovely move. Cami Little, we did her class, when was it, yesterday? Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was yesterday, yeah. And she showed some killer things, but this is one of my favorites, so. All right, here we go. Around, da-da, 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 and open. Let's try the other side. Over, pull in, slightly down, cross, unwind. Ooh, that side felt better. Why did that side feel better?
I'm good on
I
that
don't
one.
know. I got my palms up, so around we go, here, in and across, and around and open. Ha! All right, so our little pattern, what we're gonna do, while this happens, we are going to, so if you take your, if you take your arms to the right, cross back your right foot, right? Arms do the pattern, but you kind of have to do them a couple times. Yeah. So you cross back here and then You're going to take your arms up and over to the right while you turn. Up and over to the right. So when you land, here you are. You've just done a turn.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool? All right, so here we are. Cross left leg back, up and over, and here we are. But we can do this while we turn as well. So we don't have to just turn and then do that part. You can do the whole thing. So let's see if we can make that happen. Let's turn, cross over, pull back, go down, around, and boom. Ooh, that was cool. Because you know you have people all around you. It's not just front. So this is quite pretty. So remember, if your arms are to the left leg crosses back. Up, over, pull, drop, around. Ooh. So what I found was when I was turning here, I got to about here, and then I did my thing, and as I wound my hands, that helped to turn me the rest of the way. Did you feel the same thing?
Yeah, and I think it's also the momentum of the spin makes you kind of want to open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's just try it on the other side before we call it a night. So you're here, right side, right leg back, arms come up overhead here. Now get about halfway. Now finish the move and turn and open. Very pretty.
I like that.
Yep, one last one. Right side up, over to the left, pull, around, in, and open. Oh, that was good. That was super good. I love that move. All right, this has been fun, as always. I think, we're at a good time, right?
Yes.
I think.
And
okay.
that's a good time, and maybe just if there's any questions, just let
any
us
questions,
know.
let me know. I'll either answer them later, or if you want to Zoom, we can do that. That would be super fun. Because this is nice and up close, and we can really see each other with the arms, or any of the other classes are fine as well. So make sure you put on your notifications, look for the link. It'll be posted, it'll be on YouTube in the next couple days.
And your channel is Meleah Nelson?
Yep, Meleah Nelson.
All the videos, all the lessons are on there. And the warm-up is on there. Just so make sure you subscribe to Meleah's channel, and we'll make sure that there's a link to that as well. Right. And then music. Whose music did we use?
Yeah, we used Frank. So thanks again, Frank, from Middle-Earth, and the album is Lavender. Lovely album.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for giving us permission. And thanks again, Andrea, for my lovely mask.
Thank you all for joining.
You gotta have fashion at every moment. Or let's not have a styling mask. All right, girls, thank you for coming. I will see you in a few days on Wednesday at 7:30. And take care. I'll see you soon.